Just wanted to start off this video reading Christmas books. I'm so excited to read Christmas books this year. Last year was not good. I didn't really I liked In Holidays, but that was about it. All the other books that I read weren't that great. Yeah, I have already started My December Darling by Lauren Asher, and so far it's really, really good. The concept of this book is really interesting. So it's in dual POV. Catalina is playing the part of her sister's maid of honor, and her sister is marrying her ex, like Catalina's ex, which is really interesting. And then Luke is the best man, and he always has been kind of noticing Catalina, and he's just having a hard time not avoiding her. So, this is a small novella, and the cover is so cute. And I've never read a Lauren Asher book before, so I'm really excited to get into it and see if I enjoy her writing. And yeah, this is the first book that we're going to start with in today's video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And to also kick things off, I have made a hot peppermint latte. So yeah, right away, really enjoy Lauren Asher's writing. It's really easy to read, and I like that. And I think that's a really cool thing about these novellas is that, if you don't know if you want to get into her bigger books like the Dreamland Billionaire series, you can always start off with something like this to see if you enjoy her writing or not. But anyway, I'm going to continue reading this book and I will let you guys know. But anyway, I'm going to continue that book. And again, welcome to Bookmas Day. I don't know what day this is. Put it right here, Sam. Future Sam, put it right here. Chapter 2, Luke talking. I'm smitten. He is so cute. He is so cute. Okay, I'm here to give you an update. I am in my Christmas pajamas. Woo! Well, that's not the update, but the other update is I'm still only on page 32 of My December Darling. I haven't had time to read it. I've been so busy with work, but I have started the Under the Mistletoe thing on Kindle. They did this with Valentine's Day. The first two I listened to was Cruel Winter with You by Ali Hazelwood and Merry Ever After by Tessa Bailey. If you have Kindle Unlimited and you add them to your library, you can listen to them for free on Audible. I'm pretty sure it's only if you have Kindle Unlimited, but I'm not too sure about that. Anyways, I've been listening to them. Okay, Cruel Winter with You. It was cute. I liked it. There's a couple of things though that I definitely did not like about it. I won't give too much of a spoiler in case y'all haven't read it and you might want to read. Actually, do you guys care? It's only a novella. It's not like it's a whole series. If you don't want to hear anything about Cruel Winter with You, I will give a quick recap of why I don't like it, and then I'm gonna give you a spoiler. I liked it okay, but there were just honestly some things about it that gave me the ick. Okay, quickly, the first thing was the nickname he had for her. I feel like that should have been shortened to something else. And then the other thing was just the way he was acting. I understand it's a novella, but the way he was acting was very almost borderline scary in a way. Because if you took away the fact that she did kind of have feelings for him, it would be really sus behavior, to be honest. And now I want to just talk about things that might be a spoiler. So if you want to skip this part, if you want to read the little novella and you don't want spoilers, just skip to this timestamp. He called her butt paper, and I understand when it was going into the past, like a teenager calling haha, butt paper, sure. But once you get to the 30s and 20s, well, stop calling her that. Call her BP instead. That'd be even funnier because only she would know what they're talking about. Oh, hey, BP. I feel like that calling her butt paper is weird. I got it at first, but then like once you hit like the 30s, I was like, that's interesting. But like I get it. So like I'm not gonna be too mad about that. Sure, I'll let it slide. But it just kind of grossed me out. And then the other thing was just like how he was like, oh, I know how you feel about me. I knew this whole time. Blah, blah, blah. And like they were in their like 20s or something. And she like said, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, oh, like he basically didn't care that she had a boyfriend. And he was like, well, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna fight for you anyway. And it's like, so you can't just be friends, I guess. And like, you know, I get it for the sake of the novella because it was short. I understand that you had to wrap things up. But I just wasn't like too much of a fan of that. I feel like it could have been done differently where it still would have been cute, but like that part of it just like, I feel like it wasn't like necessary for him to be so like cocky about everything. And now moving on to the second novella that I read. This is the one by Tessa Bailey. I listened to it, again, free on Audible if you have Kindle Unlimited, I think. And I was pretty excited about this one because I've never read anything by Tessa Bailey, so it was kind of me starting to get into her books, and I own like, I think one of her books. This was so spicy, and usually I don't mind it. Like, if it makes sense in the book, like, I don't mind it. If I feel like these characters have a lot of tension and they finally, like, have that moment, kind of like in The Right Move. I didn't mind it in The Right Move. Yeah, I know those books are pretty spicy, but, like, this novella was, like, insane with the spice. Like, actually... And I feel like if I went into it knowing that, then I could have been more prepared. Well, she literally was getting down and like almost getting down and dirty in her house or something with the dude, and the kid is literally right there. Like, he's a baby. And I'm like, dude, like, how about we calm it down a little bit? Why you gotta be inappropriate with the kid right there? Right there. It was just a lot of spice. So I would say overall, the novellas aren't going too great. Like, I'm getting a little bit of ick from both of them, so. But this book is cute. I'm gonna read a little bit more of this tonight. I'm gonna catch up on some booktube first. So I honestly don't know if I'm gonna read this tonight. I want to, but I want to catch up on booktube like super badly. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, and I'm probably gonna finish probably a couple of the novellas tomorrow, so I will let you know if I liked any of those. And I think like by the end I can like tell you guys which novella was my favorite and kind of like rank them. I think that'd be pretty fun. But so far I like Cruel Winter with You better than The Merry Ever After.
So something that I'm enjoying so far, I just like Lauren Asher's writing. I've not read her other series. I think she has the Billionaire in Dreamland series, and I think there's is it like a race car series, I think? I'm enjoying this. I like the writing a lot. It's flowing by, and I'm trying to like, I wanted to have the vibes with the Frosty the Snowman on the TV, but I have it like down so low because I don't know how y'all do it. How do you listen to music and like watch TV or listen to the TV while you read? I cannot tune it out. I just keep wanting to look at it. I have to be like in complete silence, but I have it literally down to 1. So I hear it like a little bit, and I guess it just, I don't know. How do y'all do it? I don't get it. My brain just cannot focus.
I everybody, welcome back to reading holiday books or Christmas books. I don't think I ever gave a review on My December Darling. I don't have a rating in mind, but I think like off the top of my head, definitely a 4. The book was really cute, and honestly, like, I love Lauren Asher's writing. I really thought that it went by really fast. The characters are relatable. Catalina was a nurse and Luke was a doctor, so they had a lot of like real situations happen, like realistic situations happening to them, like in the sense of like their job. Obviously, with what they do for work, it affects their day-to-day life. And I really liked that. It felt realistic, and it just felt real. And I really liked it, and I loved all the characters in it. I thought that, I thought Luke was he was so cute, and I really like their dynamic. The way I would describe it is Luke is like golden retriever, Catalina's very black cat. Something also absolutely nuts happened. Okay, so if you guys watched my waking up at 5 a.m. video, I ended that video on trying to find this specific book. It's called How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. Let me tell you, the amount of trouble I went to find that book, it might not seem like a lot because obviously in that one video, it only showed me going to one Walmart. I went to another Walmart. This Walmart further away from me said they had 4 in stock, okay? They said they had 4. I go to that Walmart. They're not there. None of them. Nothing. There's not even a label for them. And I felt too awkward to ask anybody, so I left. And I just, I was staring at the shelves, like just waiting for it to pop up in my face, right? Then, I was like, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna get it, whatever. Then I see another Walmart a little further away has 1 in stock. And today I placed a pickup order because I was like, okay, maybe, because I had placed a pickup order. I've placed multiple pickup orders for like the same Walmarts that I like go and check because I'm like, oh, maybe they have it in the back. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I place a pickup order, they'll magically have them. No, they canceled my order twice. So I placed an order at this 3rd Walmart. So there's a 3rd Walmart. I placed a pickup order at this 3rd Walmart. And there was things I had to do today. And with the time constraints, I was like, I'm not going to be able to even make it to this Walmart, even if they have it. And I honestly just placed the pickup order to see if they would cancel it because they had been canceling it for me like hours prior because they didn't have it, okay? So I ended up canceling it. So truly don't know if the 3rd Walmart had it, okay? And then I come home and I'm making dinner. I made chili. It turned out really good, by the way, because I don't know how to make chili, but I figured it out, I guess. It was like the first time I ever made it. It turned out really good. And then my boyfriend really likes to put shredded cheese in his chili, okay? There's a reason I'm saying this. He really likes to put shredded cheese in his chili. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go to Walmart. And so we both go to Walmart. We're also picking up a few things. We get Marshall some greenies because his breath is stank. And then we're over by the pet section. So the pet section is close to electronics, meaning electronics is close to books. And I'm like, I'm just going to like walk down there because like, I know that it's not there, right? I like know that it's not going to just magically be there. I'll walk down there and I'm just walking. I'm walking, doing my own thing. And you can kind of see the books on the top shelves from like far away in the aisle. So just imagine me walking, and then I see something pink and I'm like, wait. And then I look and I went from to this and the only one. So the first Walmart the whole time had it, but like it was not where it was. It looked like it had just been put back. Like it looked like someone found it, like a worker found it, just set it there. Like it wasn't even like this. It was like this. No, it was like, I know, it was like this. It was like kind of diagonal. Dude, I wish I recorded myself finding this book. People probably thought I was crazy because like I was like, I had this, but I snatched it and I literally was fast walking to the pet section. And I was like, Caleb, I found it. I told him the whole story. And I was like, Caleb, I found it. He was so happy for me. And he just thought I was so funny. And I was like, dude, I have found this. I have like been trying to find this everywhere and the struggle. And something I learned from this experience is, you know, maybe the first place you look is where you belong. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, God. It was the only one. Did I mention it was the only one? This was the only one. So if you're wondering if I ever found it, I found it. All this to say, I don't know if I'm going to finish this book in this video. I am now reading All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. And honestly, like, okay, I wasn't really sure how I was going to feel about this book, but like, I've only read like chapter 3. I really like it so far. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It feels very nostalgic. It feels really like Disney Channel. Like Disney Channel Christmas, even though they're 28 years old. It kind of is making me like I don't know. I like reading from a famous person's perspective. Max is like a character that we follow. So this book is dual POV. It's about Max and Sadie, and they're in like a competition called Star Maker, and this is taking place in Nashville, which is really cool because I live like an hour and a half from Nashville. So it takes place in Nashville, and they're on some kind of singing competition. And this singing competition, though, it kind of is a little bit like, some of it is staged. So basically, in a nutshell, Max is famous. He has like a famous father, but the thing is, he wants to be famous for himself, not because of his family. Like, he wants to make his own way. But Sadie, for example, she comes from nothing. She got onto this show, and she is a very talented country singer, and I think it's country. I'm pretty sure it's country. It's Nashville. I'm pretty sure it's country. She kind of sees Max, and she sees him, and of course, automatically, she thinks he's cute and attractive and all that stuff. And basically what happens is that people are so impressed with Sadie. Everyone is. So now, I just got to the part, like chapter 3, where Sadie is forced to say that her partner is going to be Max. They're just trying to do stuff. They're gonna make them end up pretending to be like a duo anyway. We already know from the back of the book it's gonna happen. But like I said, I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's just giving me Disney Channel. I don't know how to explain it. Still can't believe I got this. I really hope like you can see me okay, because I'm using my back camera and I can't see anything. So okay, so we have our hot chocolate and we have the books that I want to talk about real quick. So why is this wet? Well, I want to talk about All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. I finished this. I finished an audiobook today, and like quick audiobook review. I like the dude's voice, but I don't like the main girl. Her voice is very like, the way she talks, she's like, chapter 4, Sadie, blah 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 blah, and it's like, she sounds so like not wanting to be there. I think I told you guys the main like consensus of this book. Nashville, they're on a show together called Star Maker. They're country music singers, and they're made a duo together. This was cute. Overall, I rated this a 3.5, I think. I need to figure out my rating scale. That's a goal for 2025, is to actually figure it out, because like I feel like I don't know the differences from my 4 stars to my 3 stars sometimes, and I need to just figure that out. But anyways, as of right now,
3.5. I liked it a lot. I really liked the vibes of it because it took place in Nashville, and a lot of the places they were talking about I kind of knew, and it was just cool to listen to a book that was taking place somewhere near me. Like I knew what the Opryland Hotel was. I've been there during Christmas specifically, and it is like so cool during the Christmas time. It was a quick short read, and it really got into like the music industry, and I thought that was interesting, and also like the literal snakes in the music industry too. They got into that a little bit. Gave Christmas vibes. It really wasn't in your face Christmas, which I also really like too. And this does take place like within like 2 years. I'd say like this book isn't very spicy at all. Like there is like a scene in it, but it's like it barely gets into any details. And also they do talk about grief in this book. Enjoyed the read so far. I'm enjoying these Christmas books way more than I did last year. Like last year it sucked. And let's talk about this book. Okay. So I've been reading How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn, and of course, you know the drill. Searched all over for this physical copy, but I'm reading it on my Kindle. Y'all know how it is. I don't have to explain myself. This book is so good. Like like literally from the beginning, it's cracking me up. I'm like laughing out loud. Like that's how I felt with The Right Move. The Right Move was making me like laugh out loud, and so much so that I was telling Caleb what was going on in the book because things were just so funny. This kind of tells the story. It's kind of like The Grinch, but like a romance. I know that sounds really weird, but obviously the characters are different. So there's a girl named Story Taylor, and there's a guy named Cole Black. Cole Black is kind of this guy that has always been grumpy, and he lives in Kringletown, and obviously around Christmas time especially, everyone's going crazy with the Christmas cheer, and he's like, okay, like he's never really been like about that too much. And then we have Story Taylor. She visited this town like 10 years ago, right? And then she like never came back, and her and Cole were like friends, and I guess something happened between them and she never returned. Story has a sister named Taryn, and they are going to help their aunt Cindy kind of recover from her hip injury or something like that. And basically they come back for a little bit around Christmas time. And there's like this competition every year called the Christmas Kringle contest. Like there's somebody that's going to be the Christmas Kringle, okay? And you can like enter to win, and Aunt Cindy is like, Story, will you please enter and kind of like take my place, because Aunt Cindy always does it, and Story eventually does it. And Cole Black is like, you literally talk crap about this town, you don't deserve to win this title, so I'm going to enter it. But it's just the way it sounds really cheesy, right? But the way it's written is so funny. I'm only on page 85, chapter 7. And something I also really love, everything starts out with this like little rhyme. Like, not a rhyme, like a little poem. And I feel like if you took it, like all of the beginnings of the chapters, and put it all together in one poem, it would actually make the whole synopsis of the story. And I think that's really interesting. Yeah, I'm having a blast, and and funny enough, this is a new microphone, like because Marshall chewed up the other one, and my boyfriend bought me a new microphone, so this is like brand new, even though it's the same as that one. But that did happen in between, that did happen between the last video and this one. I'm gonna be honest, I feel rushed because like I literally don't have much time left. So we're gonna talk about the books that I read in today's video. Well, some of them, because I already went through a few already. Alright, so I want to do a quick review on How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Megan Quinn. I really
liked it. I saw someone trying to read this in a Christmas reading vlog recently, like a holiday book reading vlog. They literally DNF'd it. And I was like, how? Like, they didn't even say what was wrong with it. They just said they just DNF'd it. And I was like, huh? Like, I thought this book was so funny. I love the characters Cole and Max. I think they're so funny. Like, they're friends. And the thing is, like, obviously, this is a holiday book. It's gonna be a little cheesy. It's gonna be goofy. It's gonna be funny. You're not supposed to take it too seriously. That's what, you know, that's usually how these holiday books are. You don't take them too literal or anything like that. And I mean, yeah, I have some things about the book that I don't really necessarily love, but I still really enjoyed this book. I think overall I'd give it a 4.5 because the only thing that really bothered me was after the couple have like gotten together, and that's not a spoiler because you know there's a couple that's gonna get together in the book. Just after that, like, there was a lot of not needed smut scenes. Like, I almost was like, I went through it on like 2x speed on Audible because I was like, I don't want to listen to all this again because it happens often. And the candy cane scene, now I know what everyone's talking about. And the only thing I have to say about that is, hey, at least it's festive. It's with candy canes. It didn't really bother me that much. It didn't really gross me out. I didn't mind it. Like, I didn't really care. I didn't really have any like feelings towards it. I was just like, oh, this is the scene everyone's talking about. So it didn't really like bother me that much. But I would just say like there was a lot of just smut, like unnecessary smut scenes after, like, because they had already done it, and then after they done it, they just kept doing it. And I was like, okay. And I kind of wanted the story to progress. But I really enjoyed this book, and even though like it's really, really long, I do agree that I think it did need to be this long because you had time to get attached to the characters. This book, 4.5, really good. It dealt with more than just like Christmas. Like, it was like, yeah, there was silly competitions, there was silly banter. Banter was so funny. There were times I was literally laughing out loud because just the characters are so silly and goofy and fun. And I really hope that in the future Max has a book. I don't know. I'd love to see him have a relationship and be happy with somebody, and I think that'd be like so cute. But yeah, this book dealt with family relationships and just deeper things than just Christmas, and I really enjoyed it. But like I said, yeah, my only thing with it was just the unnecessary smut. After already doing a smut scene, there was like another one, and I was like, okay. But other than that, this book was so good, and I definitely recommend it. Probably one of my favorite Christmas books I've read so far. My December Darling being a close second to this, I think. But I think overall this is probably the funniest Christmas book that I've read so far. And honestly, like, with that, like, all of the books that I read were just like really good. Like, I really enjoyed all the books that I read this season because like last year, I was not happy with all the books that I read, and a couple of them I just hated. And then these ones, I liked all of them, except obviously some of the novellas. I realized I didn't review all the novellas. I reviewed Cruel Winter with You and Merry Ever After. Obviously, you know how I feel about those. I'm not going to go back into those. I don't really have ratings. On Fable, I put ratings down, but I think I'm going to go back and change them because I don't know. Like, after a while, you feel differently about a book, but I forget what the next one was. I know All by My Elf. I honestly don't remember what happened in that one. Like, I literally don't know. I don't remember. She was stuck in a car, and there was something about a wiener truck. I don't know. Like, I don't really remember. I think it was that one. Only Santa's in the Building was kind of cute, but like, it was just super like lustful. Two of the characters were meeting at like they kind of liked each other from afar, and they met up at a Christmas party, and he was, all I know is that he was dressed up like Santa, and they like had sex, and it was like weird. Oh, Merriment and Mayhem. I liked that one. I thought that one was funny. That one was about this girl. She burned cookies in the oven, and the firefighters had to come and like make sure that she was okay and stuff. And she had a relationship with one of the firefighters, or they like locked eyes, and it was like love at first sight and all that stuff. I just don't want to get into like super detail about them because I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably read them. And if you haven't read them, I would recommend Cruel Winter with You and Merriment and Mayhem. But Cruel Winter with You is still kind of like weird. Like he still gave me creepy vibes. So if I had to put them in order, I would say Merriment and Mayhem, Cruel Winter with You, Only Santa's in the Building, All By My Elf, and Merry Ever After. That's how I would rank them, honestly. Because like, I literally don't remember what All By My Elf was about. I think even going into that one, I was like, what is happening? Sometimes the bad thing about novellas like this is that they are so fast-paced because they have to be like a certain limit to be considered a novella. And it's going so fast that I don't know what's going on. So yeah, that's all the Christmas books I read in today's video. Out of these three, definitely How My Neighbor Stole Christmas is my favorite, and then My December Darling, and then All I Want for Christmas. And I don't know really what I would rate these yet, but I think I'm like pretty solid on my 4.5 for this one. This one was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was just so funny. And I could definitely like foresee myself listening to the audiobook again next year. Very much recommend the audiobook for this. It's very funny, and there's some different voice actors in it. And the main girl is just, she's so funny. Just the concept was so funny. But anyway, that's the end of this reading vlog. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, and thank you for watching all my bookmas videos. We have one more bookmas video to go, and I'm going to be ranking my top 24 books that I've read this year. So if you're excited for that, be sure to stay tuned until tomorrow. And I can't believe bookmas is almost over, and honestly I'm a little relieved because I have to put this video out tomorrow. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, thanks again for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!